Alrighty. Let's see. Alright, this one here. Gulfstream Aerospace C-20B. Provided executive airlift 2000 to senior American leaders for more than 2 decades. Carried Clinton, Carter, Ford, and H.W. Bush. Also carried President spouses, secretaries of state, dignitaries, and numerous high-ranking in the early 1980s. Selected to replace the Air Force aging fleet of the VC-140 Jetstar twin-engine, equipped to improved electrical systems and avionics packages, and provide passengers secure worldwide communication capabilities. Cool. Crew 5 plus 12 passengers. Engines 2 Royce Spey Mark turbofan engines. Speed of 576. Range 4250. You go up to 45,000. Weight 69,700. Kind of a smaller, kind of like the Sacred Cow I saw. It's another presidential one. This is the Lockheed VC-140B that I was talking about. 61 Air Force acquired six of these to transport presidents of the United States, high-ranking government officials, and other heads of state. It's a military version of the famous Lockheed 1329 business jet, the first business jet produced in quantity for the civilian market. Assigned to Andrews, these Jetstars operate from runways too small for larger ones. Provided fast and economical travel for several U.S. presidents. Whenever a president was aboard, it flew under rated call sign Air Force One. LBJ used Jetstars extensively during his time. Nixon, Ford, Carter, and Reagan a number of times. Sometimes he referred to it as Air Force 1/2. Crew 4 plus 8 passengers. Whitten Prattney engines. Speed of 598. Range of 2,200 miles. Another 45,000 feet. Weight 41,000 pounds. It's a support heater. They use it to heat the warm the engines. And this one here is the Columbine. The only Lockheed VC-121E built, served Eisenhower's personal airplane from '54 until he left office in '61, so right before JFK. Military version of the famous Lockheed L-1049 Super Constellation commercial airliner. See that? 5 times fast. It has a fuselage stretched 18 feet longer than earlier versions. With more powerful engines, greater fuel capacity, and greater speed, these aircraft were probably known as Super Connies. Eisenhower named the aircraft his third constellation, Columbine 3, after the official state flower of Colorado in honor of his wife and adopted daughter, that of that state, Mrs. Eisenhower finally christened the plane on November 24, 54 with a flask of water from Colorado instead of traditional bottle of champagne. Immediately afterward, Columbine carried President, First Lady, and British Field Marshal of Wisconsin, Monty Montgomery, to Augusta, Georgia for a 5-day golfing vacation. The aircraft's most important mission took place in July of 55 when it flew Eisenhower and Secretary John Foster Dulles to Geneva, Switzerland for the peacetime summit. It served as President's aircraft for 6 years. During his time, it was also used by key government officials and dignitaries. It was retired April of 1966. That's when she christened the being prepared. Had a crew of 8 plus 24 passengers. Had 4 Wright engines. Max speed 330, so not as fast as the others, but it could go a little bit further, 4,000 miles. Ceiling not as high as 33.6, and weight 133,000 pounds. It's loaded. The video they took with a drone. Okay. Yeah. Using the handrails. Got the one on camera. So. Alright. Good view of SAM26000. And this is the Columbine. Cockpit. Radio says, yeah, radio area. This one's a little bit wider, but not much. Probably luggage area there. Sleeper berth there. Yeah, it's a little wider here. Maybe part of a galley. Sink. Stove. Looks like they had some toasters. Got the stove down there. Well, kind of hard not to. Emergency flap crank. Okay. If it wouldn't go down, I guess you had to turn it yourself. It's a bathroom. Got one on each side. Going up in the world. And it had green on it, so it must have been. So you can see how it's aged. Had a little movie camera there. One folded out to be a bed, apparently. This one probably did too. Had a radio and the clocks. Probably some more storage and such down here. Escape hatch. Main bathroom. Well, they had 3 bathrooms.
Don't miss out.
There you go.
Tickets purchased today or
Alright.
on set at customized bags, both located just outside the museum store. Thank you for visiting today.
Alright. Next one is this one here. The U4B. The U.S. Air Force version of the Air Commander L-26 was used by Eisenhower from 56 to 60 for short trips. Eisenhower was a pilot who would often take controls, primarily during trips between D.C. and Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. excuse me, the first presidential aircraft to have only 2 engines was this one here. It was first presidential aircraft to carry familiar blue and white paint scheme. After he left office, the aircraft transported high-ranking government officials, including the Secretary of Defense, Secretary of Air Force. In October '69, it was transferred to the Air Force Academy skydiving team and used as a jump plane for parachute training. Okay, that's cool. Transferred again in November '77 to the Civil Air Patrol. 2 engines, max speed 260, 24,300 feet, range 1,500 miles, so not as far, and 7,000 pounds loaded. Excuse me, frog in my throat or something. Okay, this is the Sabre liner, the T-39A, from August '68 to '73. This was assigned to Bergstrom Air Force Base in Texas in support of former President LBJ as he traveled to and from his ranch in nearby Stonewall. Originally designed for a crew of 2 with 4 passengers, this one was retrofitted with a special VIP interior to accommodate 6 passengers and 3 crew members. Upon his death in '73, the aircraft flew as a test bed for advanced avionics and communication equipment as part of Speckled Trout Research and Development Program. Nicknamed Speckled Minnow due to its small size, this continued to serve executive transport with many government and Air Force officials until his retirement to the museum in October of '84. And 2 Pratt & Whitney engines, speed 538, 1,700 miles, ceiling of 42,000, weight 15 to 18. Awesome. Okay, that one there. I'll try and get some pictures. Ladybird Special. 1966, Air Force purchased Standard Beechcraft King Air B-90 with special VIP interior, designed to support President LBJ and his family. The aircraft was faster and more agile than other light transport aircraft and featured full pressurization for comfort at high altitudes. Other special features include all-weather navigation, de-icing equipment, and reversal propellers that allowed the aircraft to land on very short runways. Primarily used to transport Johnson and his family between Texas and Stonewall. Owing to these frequent flights, this aircraft became formally known as the Ladybird Special, a play on the childhood nickname Ladybird of Claudia Johnson. There it is in flight. The leading president came to the museum in 1985. 2 Pratt & Whitney engines, 256 speed, range 1,400 miles, a little shorter than his 32.9 for ceiling, and a little under 10,000. This one carried Kennedy, Johnson, Nixon, Ford, Carter, Reagan, H.W., and Clinton. Important role in American presidential history, remains important national symbol in the Cold War. In June '63, that flew Kennedy to West Berlin, Germany, where he declared to the world that Ich bin ein Berliner, I am a Berliner, boldly assuring continued American support in the face of communist threats and the construction of the Berlin Wall. Number 22, he was assassinated while traveling in a motorcade through downtown Dallas. Hours later, LBJ was sworn in aboard aircraft then carried Kennedy's body and Johnson back to Washington, an engraving nation. During the Southeast Asia, Sam was transported Johnson to visit troops in South Vietnam. 70. Nixon's national security advisor to Henry Kissinger traveled aboard the aircraft on 13 separate trips for secret peace talks. 72. Flew Nixon to China on his famous journey for peace. The first visit by an American president to China. That trip was. 3 months later, carried Nixon on presidential visit to the Soviet Union, where he signed 2 historic nuclear arms control agreements. 72. Became president backup aircraft when Air Force One the Air Force acquired another Boeing serial number 72-7000. However, this one continued flying presidents, vice presidents, and other high-ranking. In 81, it carried Nixon, Ford, and Carter to the funeral of the slain Egyptian President Anwar Sadat. In 83, Queen Elizabeth II of UK flew on SAM during a visit to the United States. When SAM left the presidential fleet in 1990, continued to fly prominent government officials. Secretary of State Baker flew aboard the aircraft prior to 91 Gulf War for talks with Iraqi leaders regarding their invasion of Kuwait. Had 4 engines, Witt and Prattney. Maximum speed 600, range 6,000 miles, ceiling 41,000, weight 336,000 pounds. It is in Braille. That's a good thing to have. Okay. And up we go. I have to go through sideways almost. I think I've lost some weight. A little warm. Alrighty. Here we go. Okay. A lot more technical than the ones I've seen. Galley. Got a couple wider spots in the thing, but not many. White phones provided communications within the aircraft. The president used the beige one to call anywhere in the world while in flight. Kennedy years too. Kennedy the conference. Okay. Emergency exit. Conference rooms. Phones. You have a copier there. Typewriter. Galley right there with the main door. Couple bathrooms. There we go.